We honor all of our veterans today. A widow in Virginia Beach does too, but she does it for one veteran in particular. Lynette Bukowski's husband served for 32 years as a Navy SEAL, and after his death, she carried on his dream of making sure soldiers like him have a peaceful place to rest and recover from combat. 10 on Your Side's Lex Gray went back with her to find out how the whole idea started.
I married Steve when he was on a deployment in the Philippines. And we ended up at a Christian Servicemen's Center at 10 o'clock at night in the middle of a typhoon. His entire platoon saying, "Here comes the bride," because there was no electricity. He left 3 hours later.
Lynette Bukowski and her husband Steve learned from that deployment and all the others that followed in his 32 years as a Navy SEAL.
When he came back from that, things were very quiet, and I thought he didn't like me anymore. It was really hard to transition from that kind of intensity and really stark reality.
Steve dreamed of building a place for his SEAL brothers to transition back to everyday life. Before he could make that a reality, Steve had a massive heart attack and died.
I wasn't going to let his dream to help his brothers, who are my family, by the way, I wasn't going to let that dream die.
4 years later, Steve's dream is very much alive.
Yes, I stepped off a large cliff of faith to do this, but it's the right thing.
Lynette's family stepped right off that cliff with her and fell into Landing Zone Grace. Her daughter Sherry found an old, rundown horse farm in Virginia Beach. It was full of signs that the Bukowski dream belonged.
I saw this statue of St. Francis with a broken hand and a hole in its heart, and I went, well, how perfect is that? Here we are just wanting to lend a hand and repair hearts.
Volunteers and donations started showing up every day.
People are good and their hearts are huge, and it's amazing, it's awe-inspiring.
For now, the plans are simple. Meals around the family table, talking around the fire pit, taking in this place.
It's a place of peace, that's for sure. It's a place where you really can come and breathe and reconnect. I think it's real.
Other people are starting to see that LZ Grace is real and that there's a real need to heal the wounds of war.
And I want people to actually touch, feel, see the peace of LZ Grace so that the entire nation says, I want to be a part of this, I want to be a part of the healing.
In Virginia Beach, Lex Gray, 10 on Your Side.
What a wonderful story. With enough funding, Bukowski hopes to open LZ Grace to special forces returning from deployment this spring. If you'd like to find out more about LZ Grace or how you can help, go to wavy.com and look for this story.